Come on, now. Hold him up. That's it. Right. Put him past the way. Smile.
Smile for you, Daddy.
Ready? Here we go.
Smile for you, Daddy.
Oh, smashing.
Come on, come
How's
on.
it click that time?
Oh,
Right.
you're
Hold it
so
now.
silly, Daddy. Come on.
Here we go.
There. I was a good boy.
Get one more. I'll just finish it all last time.
Ada, ain't it ready?
Yes, all right, dear.
Well,
I'm
come on,
just
hurry up.
coming.
Your tea'll be cold. Oh,
How do I look?
oh, it's marvellous. Hey, come in and let me have a proper look. well, I must say that frock's cleaned up well.
It's new.
No. Do you know, I could have sworn I'd seen it somewhere before.
You have. Elsie Tanner wore it last week in the TV Times. I'll do that, dear.
Elsie Tanner, what are you on about?
The fashion page. Styles for the 70s.
Oh, you wouldn't have thought that, would you?
Thought what, dear? Turn round.
Well, Elsie Tanner in her 70s. I mean, she's wearing well, isn't she?
Oh, Walter. Styles for the 1970s, you lunkhead.
I see.
Not her age.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's very nice, and you'll be the best-dressed woman in the church this afternoon.
Ah, go on. I only hope the weather holds up for this afternoon.
Yes, well, the weather forecast said showers, you know, but sunny periods.
Oh, well, that could mean anything, couldn't it? I bet I could tell the weather as well as that lot, by the way my corns are jumping.
We'll just have to hope for the best, shan't we? I say, have you finished brushing me down yet?
No, keep still.
Gosh, you'll have this suit worn out.
There you are.
Right.
Now then, where's my prayer book?
Oh, now, will you sit down and have your tea?
Yes, I'm just coming, dear. I just want to have a look at the ceremony so I can see what I've got to say.
You don't have to learn it off by heart, you know. Oh, no, we have cards in church, you know. You can read from them.
Not without glasses, I can't. I'm not there wearing them at the christening. Now then, here we are. Public baptism of infants.
You don't have to worry about that. See, I'll prompt you when the time comes.
Well, it's no use of you prompting me, dear, if I don't know what you're on about. Oh, I say, have you read this?
No, well, what does it say?
Oh, I don't like this at all.
Well, Ada, what does it say?
Well, see for yourself. Here.
Dost thou, in the name of this child, renounce the devil and the carnal desires of the flesh?
Not that. Crumbs, I renounced my carnal desires years ago. No, this bit here, where it says, dost thou believe in the Holy Ghost and the Holy Catholic Church?
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, we're C of E. I don't get this bit, you know, unless it's something to do with the common market.
Oh, nay. Ada, you see, Church of England calls itself Anglo-Catholic as opposed to Roman Catholic.
Oh, well, that's all right then. Oh, Walter, this tea's stone cold.
Well, how many times did I tell you to come and get it?
Isn't there any left in the pot?
No, I only made enough for 2 cups. Anyway, I must be brewing up again, you know, when Leslie's mother gets here.
Oh, blow her. I don't know what she wants to come here for.
Well, why not? I mean, we're only a cock stride away from the tube station. We can all go to your Ruth's together.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I have a feeling that you and Mrs. Polly don't get on too well.
We get along fine, as long as we haven't got to meet.
I'm sorry Mr. Pollitt wasn't well enough to come.
Yes, you can keep him as well.
Hey, what on earth are you looking for?
I've got what I'm looking for, darling. Our christening present.
But I didn't know we'd bought one.
We haven't. This is what you might call a family heirloom.
Oh?
Look here. My Ruthie wore this at her christening. My mother made it for me when I was carrying.
Well. Beautiful, isn't it? You know, Ada, there's a lot of work gone into that.
Oh, yes, there is. And a lot of love, too.
Aye. Well, Ada, by Jove, we better get a move on. Looks as if the weather's going to buck up. The clouds are breaking up again.
Yes, I think they are. Oh, crumbs, here it comes.
Is anybody there? It's me.
Come in, Mrs. Polly.
Oh, what a journey. Do you know the train was that packed? I daren't go to the lavatory for fear somebody pinched me seat.
Well, it's out the back, in case you're desperate.
Oh, no, I went at Euston before I got on the tube. Superloo it was called. I know things are expensive down here, but £1 for a wee's ridiculous. Oh, bells, is this him?
This is my husband, Mr. Bingley.
How are you, Mrs. Polly? Nice to meet you.
How do you do? He's older than I thought he'd be. Still, he looks healthy.
Yes, well, he gets look after, you see. I'm sorry to hear your husband isn't so good.
I think I'll go and put the kettle on.
Oh, I could just do with a cup of tea. I like your frock.
It's an ensemble.
Isn't that the one Elsie Tanner wore in the TV town?
I don't know, is it?
I've seen one or two about. Oh, I am looking forward to seeing little Anthony.
Oh, yes, of course, you haven't seen him yet, have you?
No, I've got that pleasure to come. Oh, I've got in the most lovely christening present. Our Leslie's christening show.
Is that you, Leslie?
No, it's Jack the Ripper. I brought someone to see you.
Hello, Ruth. Blimey, you've lost a bit of weight.
I should hope so. The last time we met, I was 8 months pregnant. You're early.
Yeah, well, Leslie told me to come early.
Yeah, well, I thought Brian could give me hands to get the beer in, love.
How much beer are you going to get in?
I don't know, Brian, what do you think? About 3 crates.
3 crates?
Well, you've got to wet the baby's head.
Wet it? You're going to drown it.
Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look, then. Oh, he's lovely, isn't he, eh? Hello, mate. Oi, I'm your godfather. I've never been a godfather before.
No, well, don't let it worry you. He's never been a father before.
At least not that I know of.
Cheeky. Do you mind?
Do you think I should have a buttonhole?
This is the christening. We've already had the wedding.
Right. Come on, then. Let's get down the boozer.
Good idea.
Hey, there's bother on.
What?
I've given them two the slip, just to warn you.
What about?
Well, it's Ada and your mother. They're in there, and they're at each other like knives.
They haven't wasted much time.
Well, if you're going to have a family row, I'm off.
Yeah, I'm going with you, mate.
Hang on, aren't you going to stop and say hello to your mum?
I'll say hello when you've sorted it all out. Come on.
Ta-ra, mate.
Hello, you two. How's Granny Pollitt, then?
As well as can be expected, thank you, under the circumstances.
There wouldn't have been any circumstances if it hadn't been for you.
Come on, this is supposed to be a happy family occasion.
Well, it was till she put her big foot in it.
I'm not staying here to be insulted. Where's Leslie? He can run me back to Euston.
Well, he's not here, love. He's gone to the pub.
Just like his dad. Never there when he's needed.
It's all right, Mrs. Polly. We can soon get you a taxi.
You would and all, wouldn't you?
Sit down. Now, come on, what's all this about?
Well, your mother took umbrage. Just because I brought a christening shawl for Tony.
Anthony. His name's Anthony. And I've got his christening shawl. It was the one I used for you, darling.
Mine was our Leslie's.
You're going to use mine, aren't you, sweetheart?
No, Mum.
Oh, you're going to use mine, Ruth.
No, Mrs. Pollitt?
But you've got to have a christening shawl.
Yes, I know. That's why I went out and bought one yesterday.
You're a bonny lad, aren't you? And I'm your granddad. Aye.
Oh, let me look at him.
Oh, well, who won?
I did.
We come to arrangement.
Isn't he lovely?
Oh, aye, it's a Bobby Dazzler.
Oh, look, he's smiling at me.
He smiles at everyone, it's the wind.
Oh, he's a right little Pollitt.
I think he's more like Ruthie.
He's got Leslie's eyes.
He's got her nose.
He's definitely got pollard ears.
Yeah, but he's got a Cresswell chin.
God help him.
Would his granny like to take him walkies then?
Oh, Ruth, that would be nice.
Oh, I'll take him for a walk for you, Ruthie.
No, I want you to stay and help me.
Come on then, Tony. Your grandma's taking you walkies.
I'll lift it down the step. We don't want him tipped out.
Here, I'll push the plastic on now.
Doesn't look like it.
It's going to be one of those days.
Oh, I know. I think you're marvellous, Ruth. You ought to belong to the United Nations.
I think I'll go and put the kettle on. We could do with a couple.
You can say that again.
Don't get none for me, darling. I just remembered I forgot something. I've got to go home.
Hey, what have you got to go home for?
Nothing.
Ah.
I just told that to Ruth. I'm going to the park. I'm not trusting my grandson to that silly old faggot.
Hello, what are you doing here?
I came to keep an eye on you, and it's a jolly good job I did.
What do you mean?
Well, I fancy leaving little Anthony out here on his own.
Well, I couldn't take him in the ladies with me, could I?
Well, in that case, why didn't you hang on?
I don't hold with flouting nature. And I was only gone a minute.
Well, come on, we've got to go. Here! This isn't the pram.
You what?
This isn't Anthony. You silly bitch, you got the wrong
Yeah, you and all, mate.
Some said aren't me, that one. Some said.
Ah, he's a bit of a tearaway, him.
Yeah, whip down there, I'll tell you, mate.
Get stuck into that, mate. Get a few more pints down us, we'll be all right.
Yeah. Cheers.
You know, I envy you, Leslie.
Envy me?
Yeah, well, you got something money can't buy, mate.
Have I?
Definitely. Well, look, you got a nice little house, good job, Ruth, and a lovely little son. You see, you've made something of your life, mate.
Yeah. Suppose I have.
You've passed on your heritage.
Have I?
Of course. You've made a contribution to the future, mate.
Oh.
Not like me. I mean, what have I done, eh? Eh? Nothing.
Well, why don't you settle down? Get yourself married. Have a few kids.
What? And lose me bloody freedom? Here's a lot.
Tell you what, Brian. It's a big day for me today, you know. My son's christening.
Memorable. That's what it is, mate. Bloody memorable.
It's a very religious occasion, you know.
Eh?
Religious. Christening.
Oh, you're right, Leslie. Very religious.
Do you think 3 crates of brown will be enough?
Should see us through the afternoon, I think. Must be costing you a few bob. This do. I mean, all that booze. That's without the food.
And a new rig out for Ruth.
Get away. You won the bloody pools, have you?
No, you've got to lash out on you first time. Said to her, you treat yourself, love, I'll pay. You just get whatever you fancy. Bloody hellfire.
What's the matter?
You've been invited to Buckingham Palace?
You cheeky thing. I think it's very chic.
Where'd you get it from?
That new boutique in the high street. It's a model. They only made 3 of these.
They knew what they were doing.
It's the first dress I've had for a year. Purple and mauve is very in.
Ah, don't worry, love. I'm only kidding.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, I think you look very nice. I've not seen you look so nice since our wedding day.
oh, I suppose that is a compliment.
Tell you the truth, I think we made a very handsome couple.
How many drinks have you had?
We've only had 2.
You've had more than that.
Oh, I've hardly wet my whistle yet.
I don't want you getting plastered today of all days.
I'll be as sober as a judge.
What about that pal of yours, Doom Watch?
Who, Brian? You're joking. He'll be all right, love. He's got all the legs.
Oh, they're cutting it very fine. Anthony should be back with them by now.
You want to go and fetch him?
No, Walter's gone. For heaven's sake, go and get yourself dressed quickly. The car will be here any minute.
And you say she left you outside?
No, you left me.
No, it's no use, love.
You'll
We'll have to sort this out, you know. You will. Now, go on, now, calm yourself and sit you down.
It's all my fault.
No, it isn't.
Of course it is.
Before we go any further, are you all absolutely certain this isn't your little Anthony?
Well, if it is, he's had a sex change. It's a girl in there.
I see.
Oh, I'll never forgive myself.
Neither will we.
Would you give me a description of the baby?
Certainly. He was only tiny.
Yes, sir, he would be, wouldn't he? Only been a few weeks old.
He was big for his age, though.
Yes, thank you, madam, but I'd like a few fuller details, if you don't mind.
He had my Jack's ears.
Jack?
Jack's her husband.
He couldn't come. He's not been well.
No wonder, married to you.
Don't you insult
Now,
me.
steady on.
He's
I'm sorry, missus, but I went into the gents, you see. When I came out, I must have taken the wrong pram. Only Petula's my sister's little girl, you see, and the prams do look alike.
You're all quite certain you have got the correct offsprings?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yes, officer, this is Anthony.
Well, that's another case solved. And it's about time you knew the difference between boys and girls.
Ah, there's no harm, lad. No harm done at all.
Hey, look at him there, fast asleep. He doesn't know nothing about anything.
No, like somebody else I could mention.
Hey, is it about time we got to move on? They'll be wondering what's happened to us.
Yes, come on, darling, you're going to be christened.
It's all right, I'll push.
No fear. If there's any pushing to do, I'll do it. You might be taken short again. Take your mitts off them.
Any sign of them yet?
No, dear.
Oh, really? Where on earth have they got to?
Perhaps they've had an accident.
Oh, that's right, Mrs. Polly. Cheer us up.
Well, I might have expected this, knowing Leslie. He was late for our wedding, drunk at the birth, and it looks as if he's going to be both at the christening.
No, your daddy won't be late for your christening. No, darling, oh, bless him. Look
Shall I
at his
take
little
him for a minute, Mrs. Bingley?
I can manage, thank you, Mrs. Polly.
I just thought he might be getting heavy for you.
Well, he's not.
Oh, come on, give her a turn. I mean, it's her grandson as well. You know.
All right. Mind his little head, support it.
All right, I've had one myself, you know.
Got my handbag.
I'll take him in the church.
I hope you're satisfied.
Oh, come on in. We're here, at last. Where have you been?
Got away, love.
Oh, we had to make a couple of extra stops.
What for?
Well, we'd had several drinks, you see, and what with the car jogging up and down, well, you know what Leslie's like, don't you?
Can't help it.
A couple of drinks and you're up and down like a flaming yo-yo. I think you better go.
I've already been.
Why go again?
We don't want you rushing off in the middle of the christening. All that water splashing about. Might set you off.
I'll be all right.
And we'd better be getting inside.
I'll just get Brian out. All right, Brian.
Lead me to the font.
He's drunk.
Leaving us vaccinated.
How did he get like this?
Well, Dutch courage.
I've never been a godfather before.
Don't shape up. You won't be once a day, lad.
And you better walk him about until he's sober.
Well, his shoes will be worn out before he's sober.
Leslie Pollitt is not fit to be a godfather.
It's not my fault. It'll be all right in a minute.
Yeah, I'll be all right in a minute.
Yes.
You've ruined everything.
Oh, come on, it'll be all right, lad. You'll be all right.
Come on, darling. You keep your Yorkshire nose out of it.
Have I to know you'd make a mess of everything?
It'll be all right.
He's right enough.
I'll be all right.
You're always the same, you are. You're utterly thoughtless.
Darling.
You don't care about anybody but yourself, do you?
Don't, dear.
What's the vicar gonna say?
Sod the vicar.
Oh.
Good morning, everybody. Nice day for a christening. Such a happy family occasion.
Come on, Rufy.
Just a minute. Where's the photographer?
What?
You said you were going to pick up the photographer.
Oh, well. Aye, we forgot.
Whoa! You are doing your best to ruin this christening, aren't you? First of all, a drunken godfather, and then no photographer.
Yeah, I've got a little brownie at home.
Oh! Get that church!
Hold it!
I say, wasn't he good?
Smile, please. Turned out champion, haven't they?
Yes, it's 3 generations here.
Aye. And each one with a brighter future than the last.
I'll say, our little Anthony will grow up in a very different world to what we did.
There you go. You're right there, too. Isn't it funny the way things have changed in our lifetime? Why, when we were born, there was no aeroplanes, no television. There were more horses on the streets than there were motor cars.
Boy, they talk about the pollution now. They should have smelt that lot.
I reckon, as how this grandchild of ours will have lots of things that we could never imagine.
Well, as long as they make him happy, dear. I often think it's not better inventions we need, it's better people.
Aye, and you're right, too. Do you know, Ada, in a sense, in a way, like, I envy him.
Why? How do you mean, dear?
Well, he's got all his life before him. And, you know, it's a wonderful adventure, you know.
It has been for me.
Aye. And for me.
Tell you something else. I hope to have a few more adventures before I join my sab.
Hey, wait a minute. We're not ready for the knacker's yard yet.
Shall we have a turn round the cemetery before we have our tea?
Not a bad idea. Give us both an appetite, won't it?
Which way shall we go, dear?
Well, I thought it'd be a good idea if we, went up to the Pastor Crematorium and back then through the Garden of Remembrance.
Oh, yes, it's lovely up there now the roses are out.
You see, Fred Pickering, he's got a new headstone, black marble.
Oh, well, he always was a show.
Ah,